Cirque du Soleil is about magic, is about the impossible. It's about the acrobatic achievements beyond beliefs, and I've been serving that with my team, and I think what is to be seen on the stage of Z is a unique experience, at least for me.
Z、それはこの劇場でしか見ることのできない完全オリジナルの作品であり、今や世界中から訪れる人々の称賛を得ている。ここシルク・ドゥ・ソレイユシアター東京は Z のためだけに作られた常設シアターである。つまり常設シアターであるからこそ実現可能なこれまでにないアイデアや壮大なスケールの劇場設計が存分に施されているのだ。
Oh, this show is impossible to be touring. It's too big. It gives you the possibility of having a more sophisticated machine. You know, like all the electronic and the computerizing stuff. You know, the palette is much bigger because it's a resident show.
天を覆う巨大なステージセットは全て鋼鉄製。客席上空21メートルの高さには1700平方メートルの巨大なグリッドが存在し、さまざまな特殊機材が据え付けられており、天の世界を余すことなく表現することが可能となった。
One original element is the system for the yo-yo bungee. There's a control arm, I call it the finger, because with a yo-yo you use the finger to control the string. Well, in the same way we're using a finger and arm to grab and hold the bungees and control them, and this allows us to motorize the bungees for repetitive bouncing. Normally with bungee, the power of the bouncing is used by the acrobat pulling on it and then the motion of their body. But the machine has allowed us to make this movement repetitive. Normally, without the integration of the mechanisms, you can do 6 or 7 bounces. In our assessment period, we were able to sustain 15 minutes of continuous acrobatic movement, which was a really huge feat for us.
また、高さ10メートルに設置された巨大な地球儀には特殊なウインチなどが配置され、これまでにない舞台演出を可能にしている。さらに地の世界、ステージの下には劇場としては日本最大規模の深さとなる約6メートルの奈落が存在する。これも常設劇場ならでは。これにより観客の想像を絶するあらゆる演出が可能となるのである。そしてこの劇場だからこそ実現できるまるで魔法のような照明デザイン。これが同じ舞台かと見まがうほどにシーンごとに見事な世界観を作り上げている。
Because you have this quarter sphere, and you get the sense that there's this world outside that sphere and inside that sphere, and we're watching the world that takes place inside that sphere, but there are exterior spirits, factors out there that come to play.
シルク・ドゥ・ソレイユのキャスティング部門では常に世界中を飛び回り、あらゆるアーティストや技術者を探している。そして今回この Z のために約3年という歳月をかけ、世界中からえりすぐられたアーティストが集められた。
The secret is to go and to find the right people. And in this case, I went to Mexico. I traveled around Mexico, and we found 2 great families that were doing some, an incredible trapeze act. And we asked them if they want to build something new with us.
So for a permanent show, and especially because we wanted to reach the highest content acrobatically, we had to plan to have a very strong planification in order to develop, for instance, act like bankin or trapeze. I think that one of the characteristics of Z show is that you have the best specialists in the world. If we talk about trapeze, one of the artists does a triple somersault and a half turn. You cannot see that very often in the world. Maybe 2 artists can do that in the world. So it's very unique talent. For bankin, it's very special profile that you can rarely find in Russia and the small school of Russia and Ukraine and Kazakhstan. You have great senior artists who have more than 10 years experience. Juggling act is also very unique because it's the first time we present a high-level act done with integration of the fire.
ポール&トランポリンも今回 Z のために作り上げられたオリジナルアクト。目を見張る素晴らしいアクロバットの陰にはこんな苦労も。
This is a new pole, and it's the first time that they jump from a trampoline up to a pole. So every fabric that we use didn't work. After one slide, no more fabric. So it was a very long process before we came up with the good fabric, so that they don't burn, because it's really easy for them to burn, and at least that the costume lasts more than a week. New It was quite a challenge because if you've seen it, there's a lot of lights, there's a lot of fabric, there's the big wings that move, but I wanted her to look very, very light, extremely light. So that was a big challenge to make her look like she's almost floating with, I don't know, 1,000 pounds of electrical and mechanic inside her costumes.
Z で使用される楽曲は全てが Z のために書き下ろされたオリジナルであり、それらは各国のミュージシャンたちによってライブ演奏されている。
So we wanted really to use the feeling of the opera, that is the use of melodies, long areas, you know, we see in opera, but melodies, like it's between an opera and a musical. Bassoon, this is a classical instrument it's like a big pipe, you know, but he's a jazz player, it's really rare, you know, that's why I liked it. We have a percussionist player, we have a keyboard player, bass and guitar, but the guitarist plays also different ethnic instruments. So we wanted to have musicians that are really playing many different instruments, and especially ethnic instruments. So most of it around the Mediterranean Sea, including the Arabic countries and Spain. That kind of music that use instruments like Arabic oud, O-U-D. We use different of those instruments, and basically I would say that most of the music has been influenced by the music of those countries.
It's always very specific to each one of the show that Cirque is creating. So, of course, you're trying to go with the flow of storyline, if there is one, or just the vision of the director, in order to also find, okay, what is the energy of that show? How this will translate in terms of physicality?
In terms of Cirque du Soleil shows, there's not one that is the same, and just by the very definition of circus, everything is unique, and there's some very innovative acts in this show.
Z is an invitation to come and share 2 hours with 70 artists. I mean, theater experience is always about the meeting of an audience with stage performers. We have tried to support the magic of that encounter. We've created a show in a theater that was built for that one show. It's the home of our artists, it's the home of our dream, and I think it's a really unique experience.